Hasbro Pulse wants you to give them money. Well, they're going to make something damn cool to get my money. So let's look at 10 ways Hasbro Pulse can get me to give them money. Welcome back to the junk room, everybody. It's Junkman coming back at you. Yes, I'm back in the junk room. Back in the junk room with a new video. New video. Yes, so let's get to it. I'm excited to be back making videos. And I'm just going to jump into it. We're just going to jump into it, not waste any more of your time. Already racing about 35 seconds. So, Hasbro Pulse. You know the company. That's where they crowdfund toys, and they're always doing something like a hallway. And then they do something cool like the ship from Mandalorian. Or Jabba Sail Barge. And then they did the Rancor, and really people didn't back, but it was kind of cool. I always like the concept of the thing because it gives us a chance to get something that we would never get, because when Hasbro makes it for stores, they have to make it for the mass public. And I like crowdfunding, where you can just get a group of people, you get some dream stuff you always dreamed of thanks to crowdfunding. It's a good way to get some of those cool pieces we would never get any other time. But I never backed one. I've seen something that make me say, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. But it just doesn't make me want to back it. So I came up with 10 things. Now, these aren't necessarily Star Wars related, but being that they're Hasbro, and I only care about Star Wars, about 9 of these are Star Wars. So I could call it a Star Wars list. So that's number 10. What I would love to see is a retro Death Star playset. Hold your horses. You're thinking, Junkman, why? You got a Death Star playset over there. I don't want a retro of the one I have. I want a whole nother section that will connect to this Death Star Kenner one. Yeah, like it looks same size, stands right next to it, but it's different levels and everything. That would be pretty awesome, I think. And then, it's kind of close to it, so people that don't have the Death Star might want it too. I think it'd be kind of cool to have, don't you? They need to hire me to come up with some of the things they do. Number 9, crew box set. This will be a box set of figures. You'll have Han, Luke, and Leia, and Chewbacca in the Death Star hallway scene. Then you'll have George Lucas standing... Sorry, Cosmo, the dog, has decided to eat something. You have George Lucas standing there, doing his director thing, standing there looking. You have a guy with a clipboard. You have another guy, maybe George Lucas is sitting in a director's chair. You have another guy holding the boom mic. No, not the guy with the pink shorts. He wasn't on the Death Star. Holding the boom mic. Maybe a guy behind the camera. That would be awesome too. That would be so awesome. I begged for this for years. I see they're doing something kind of like that with a Spielberg Jurassic Park figure. That's cool, but if Hasbro did this, I would back it. The crew members filming a scene on the Death Star. What a key scene. I would love to have that. It would look totally awesome. Number 8, more retro figures. Prequel. 12 prequel figures. Why 12? Well, it's like the original 12 from 1978, but they're prequels. That's right. Darth Maul, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Qui-Gon Jinn, Anakin Skywalker as a kid, maybe his mom, Darth Sidious, you know who, maybe even, got to throw some oddball ones in there too. Maybe that old lady that tells Anakin it's gonna be a storm coming. There's a storm brewing, Annie. Remember her? Is that the same lady that says, "Who are you?" to Rey years later? I think it is. Don't hold me to that. Okay, number 7, Indiana Jones. No Star Wars here. Indiana Jones. A rope bridge playset. It would have to come with figures. A mortar arm. Finally, a mortar arm. Retro. It doesn't have to be retro, but it wouldn't be 6 inches. It'd be too tall. Maybe you could hang it on your wall, one bridge to one side, put the figures in the middle, press a button, and the bridge falls apart and it falls on the ground. That would be awesome. Marion, short round, maybe some Thuggy Guards, India, do about 8 figure set. It would be awesome. It would be hanging up. Like I said, you could hang one, you could hang it here. Maybe magnets will connect the bridge in the middle together. Click a button, the magnets will release, and the figures would fall to their doom, to their temple of doom. Oh, that's funny right there. Number 6, retro. I know it's a lot of retro. I like retro. Retro Kenner style figures of the holiday special. They promised these. Kenner was going to make this and they didn't. So give us the Wookiee family, but I want to do something. This is Hasbro, so I want more than figures. I want a Tree Hut playset. That's right. The family Tree Hut playset. And throw a Han Solo in there. Maybe a Luke Skywalker with a lot of makeup on his face. Or maybe a high on cocaine Princess Leia. That would be awesome too. Give us that. Hasbro, please. I want to give you money, but you won't do what I want. Number 5, it's not Indiana Jones. It's not Star Wars. I'm not really sure who has the rights to this, but whoever does, I want it. Cosmo, you have to eat that right now. Cosmo, you have to eat that right by the camera and everything. Now here's one. I don't know who has the rights to this or anything, but this is awesome. I would love this right here. A 32-foot tall action figure of Hort Axton. Yes, Hort Axton. I'm not talking about the dad from Gremlins. Although I'm talking about the dad from Gremlins, I don't want based on the dad from Gremlins. I want Hort Axton. Maybe from the 70s, maybe more of his Western country music look. I want this so bad. And you're saying, Junkman, how's that tie into Star Wars? This isn't a Star Wars video, but if you want me to tie it into Star Wars, I will. Hort Axton died in 1999, the same year The Phantom Menace was released. Is there a connection there? Did George Lucas do that on purpose? Did he hate Hort Axton so much? He said, I'm not going to release a Star Wars movie until Hort Axton dies. I think that could be the case. I'll let you decide. Now, let's move on. Retro's cool, but you know what's really cool right now? Minifigures. And I know the Star Wars figures are pretty mini, but give me the original 12 figures on their Kenner style card with the back that looks like the Kenner card, not some new thing. But they're minifigures. They're like this big. You know, they're like little bitty tiny figures, but they're on a card that bubble everything. That would be awesome. Don't go crazy. They're mini. You can't overprice. You can't charge them really high, but give me that. I would love that. Okay, number 3. How about this? Mouse Droid. Remember Mouse Droid from the Death Star? Well, give me a Mouse Droid. That's a vacuum cleaner. You know, like that Roomba thing that cleans your carpet and everything? But it's the Mouse Droid. That would be awesome running around your house and everything. I love that. I would love to have that. Number 2, it's no surprise here, it's Boba Fett related. Boba Fett Kick Bash figure. This was the early prototype. You saw it on some of the packaging in the Star Wars carrying case. Had a picture of it on the card. It was kind of like on the back of the Kenner card. This thing was lost. We only have a prototype that was lost. Give us that, Kenner. Make this. Boba Fett's huge. You know you want Boba Fett. I would back this. I would love to have this. Again, it would be just one simple figure, so I'm not asking, you know, $600-700. I ain't backing that. But you make it reasonable, I'll back it. It's $25. If you can do crowdfund for about $25, maybe $35, I'll back it right there. And number one. Retro would be cool. I'll tell you what we'll do. Hold on. Cosmo. Sorry about that. Hopefully the chewing's not bothering you too much. But here's what I want. In fact, let's do it this. Let's do a retro figure, 3.75 modern day looking figure, a 6-inch figure, and then give me a 12-inch figure. All nicely done. 3 of the same figure. And we're talking about the Hunter from the Marvel Comics. Valance. Oh, and maybe you can have them with heads. I don't really like when you replace the heads. I wish I could actually peel the skin off. Maybe on the little small ones, you do want to switch the heads a little hard. The 12-inch, 6-inch, maybe it's got something where you can just actually pull the skin off and see the robot side under it. Do 12-inch, really like Hot Toy style, really, really good detail. I would love that. Oh, man, why can't they give me that? Cosmos decided to quit chewing plastic and go look out the window. Now that I'm done with the video. Anyway. What is something that would get your money if Hasbro backed you? If Hasbro's like, hey, we're going to make this. What is something? Would it be a life-size Jabba the Hutt? Would that get you? How about a blow-up doll of Dolly Parton? Something's got to get your money. Tell me what it was. And as always, how much you like my content, subscribe to the channel. We'll talk again.
Hey, Junkman channel popping though.
Thank you, sir, for that unsolicited testimony.